Hello YouTube, it's Joe here. I'm back again with the next step as promised. I've got my notes here today, so I'll be reading from my notes, so bear with me as I look at my notes. I hope you're all well and I hope you're enjoying the videos. Actually, what happened, I accidentally deleted the first video, so apologies for that, but I've uploaded it again. I'll get there eventually. So anyway, I remember hearing a saying that goes like this: the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And in a nutshell, that was that was the next first step we're going to take towards this IVF journey. So in the first video, I talked about how you must get yourself checked. Both of you, like, you must get checked to establish what's wrong and stuff like that. So our next step then was we went to see our GP. We explained how long we're trying for a baby, and considering our age, he said there must be a primary reason why you're not conceiving. So that being said, he referred us to a gynecologist, and actually first he asked me if I was drinking or if I smoked, and which the answer to both of those questions was no, because I don't smoke, never do I drink, and well, I do drink a little bit, not a lot, within proportions. So he asked me what my regular cycle was. To be honest, I didn't have a clue, because until then I just knew my periods came on a monthly basis, so I wasn't counting days. In fact, I didn't understand that question until later on the journey. I understood what he meant and what he was saying. So anyway, he referred us to a gynecologist at the hospital, because he could only do so much given he's just a GP. So we went to the gynecologist wrote to us, an appointment was booked, so we went to see him. He was a very, very friendly person. His name was Mr. Marcos. He was so good. He made us feel at home right away. I guess as a couple, he also liked us. I say that because of the letters he wrote, like to my GP, or the letters he wrote to other people. As we go on, I'll tell you who he wrote to and stuff like that. But they were always warm, and he only had positive things to say about us. So I figured that he liked us. So he sent me to do a few tests. The first one he sent me was an obstetrics ultrasound scan and to do some blood tests. And my partner was sent to do a sperm count test. And now all we could do was to wait and see what the results say from those tests. And well, a few weeks after that, the results came back. Mine were quite okay. They didn't find anything that was wrong. My partner, in the meantime, his ones were not so good. Actually, they found that I had a short cycle. I think my cycle was about 24 to 26 days, which was considered short at the time. But everything was all right. My pelvis was okay. The uterus was all right. Everything was okay for me. Not so good for my partner. He had a low sperm count. And then after my results came back, Mr. Marcus, who is as you know, our gynecologist, he referred me to have, now bear with me as I read this word because it's a long one, laparoscopy and hysteroscopy dye test. Basically, from what I understand what this test means, it means that they put dye in your stomach and they check to see if your tubes are patent and to see if your uterus, there is nothing in there or something like that. I mean, I'm not a gynecologist, but I assume that's what they were checking for, or that's what Mr. Marcus said that they will be looking for, to see if the fallopian tubes were open, they were not blocked. And yeah, that test was done. It involved being put under general anesthetic, which scared me a bit. But Mr. Marcos said, "Look, it's nothing. It's a day surgery. You'll be in and out." Oh, and I was like, "Okay." Anyway, that was done. Everything went okay. I came back from my anesthetic. Okay, I must admit, I love the idea of being, knocked out. Oh, it was like the rest I'd never had. I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't hear anything. But obviously, but when I came back, I realized that was the general anesthetic. But yeah, basically, they didn't find my tubes were okay. There was nothing wrong with my tubes, which was good news. But they found me to have mild endometriosis. Up until this time, again, I'd never heard of the word endometriosis. And what else could I do but go to Google and type it in and wear myself out reading about endometriosis, finding out what it is and how it affects women getting pregnant and all that. Yeah, so I mean, I kind of, everybody's got an opinion on Google, and to be quite honest, I think I became more confused than I went in. But luckily, I had a word with Mr. Marcos about all that, and it would be nice to see you again if you're watching this step. It would be nice to see you again for another step to find out where we went next after we've got these conclusions of my partner having low sperm count and me having mild endometriosis. I mean, what was in store for us? What were we going to do? What were our chances of conceiving, if there was any? Yeah, it was a bit scary, but you have to go on with life, and we went on. So please stay tuned for the next step, and thank you so much for listening to me. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.